Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida, and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill. Like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, spunked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar, yeah.
Good morning to all our loyal listeners, libertarians, and lovers of the leaf. We are broadcasting KMA Talk Radio live, and I'm here, Honest Abe, along with my trusted crew, the man they call the GOAT, Alex, Tavella, and our dear friend, always bringing news, industry news, rumor, and teaser-free, William the Scoop Cooper, and our special guest host today, the man himself, Johnny Smolkes.
There he is. What is up? What's
Good
going
morning,
on?
Joe.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are we doing?
How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing great. Doing great.
Alive and well in hot, sunny South Florida.
Cooper
Oh,
in
yeah.
Miami?
Oh yeah.
Is La Zona Palooza this weekend or next weekend or what is
No, Lazona's in November. Coop is
Oh.
an aristocratic, diplomatic, invite only, special secret trip to the Dominican Republic with Rafael
guess.
Nadal.
I sense some slight in that tone of voice out.
Oh, no slight. It's good for Cooper. This is
Listen.
if this is the type of invite you want to get when you want to get, private time
Yeah.
with Rafael Nadal in the Dominican Republic. I mean, who's passing that up?
I've never gotten private time with Rafael.
Right.
No.
Coop
I'm
and
not
Fred
sure.
Rui.
I'm not sure I got private time with Rafael in the United States.
All right, Coop and Fred Rui are on a very clandestine secret meeting.
Yeah. No, it was a good trip. And we put some of the content up yesterday. I interviewed David Moro, who was actually the CEO of Altadis. So that interview went up yesterday. There'll be another write-up coming up probably next week as well. Fred's got some interesting content too. So it was really cool hanging out with Fred this past week.
Reamer, are you in your car?
No, I'm
He's
in the tent.
He's
I'm
in the Devil's Den.
The Devil's Den.
This is you're in a tent outside. Are you glamping or something?
No, it's where we
Bro,
go.
we forget people. People don't live in Florida. It gets cold in the winter.
Yeah. It's
Bro,
To shack up.
it's September. How cold is it?
He's got the side open. He's got the side open, so it can't
I
be
got
that
this
cold.
open. I got the hatches open over here. It's like a submarine. Right down. We're good.
And this is where you smoke outside all the time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
crack
either that or
Nothing
lean a
like
shot.
little- You never
Yeah,
had
you
a
know
nice Habano wrapper with gasoline fumes and carbon monoxide. I mean, it's really talk about a pairing. It's
Yes.
that's a pair.
Love it.
All right, so Abe, we have a special guest, which we're going to get to. So I want to get right to you. You had an incident at Publix. I don't want to take too long, so I don't want to leave our guests sitting.
Yeah.
We want to
gotta get
hear.
this.
Everybody
We're
wants
not-
to hear
Bro,
about
let me
Abe's
tell you something.
experience at Publix last night.
I shit you not. If somebody had fucking recorded this would have been like the most viral video I've ever put up in my life. Totally unexpected. And I almost feel bad telling the story because I sound a little bit like an asshole in the story. But this lady bought it out of me. I mean, she really did. And let me tell you something. If there's one thing I can't tolerate. I mean, you've heard me. I've told this story even with my kids. Like, I'll tolerate you being dirty. I'll tolerate you getting bad grades. You'll get punished. But, that's an inflection on you. But when you're a bad human being, that's an inflection on me. I really hate it when people are just nasty, bad human beings. So I'm in Publix. Got to get a few things. Stop at the deli counter. There's one lady at the deli counter, and there's two young guys behind the bar. One's a really big guy. One's a little small guy. And they look like they're in their mid-20s. Young guys. Then the big dude's slicing lady lunch meat. Lady's on the phone, yapping, talking, loud talking, public talking on phones. I got no problem with it. He's slicing an order. I'm waiting. So he calls the young guy to see if he can help me out. But this is like on my way home, and I was working late last night. Alex saw me. And the kid comes up, and they've cleaned down all the other slicers. So after looking at all of them, he comes in, hey, man, I'm sorry. I said, bro, it's all right. I'm not in a rush. Where the fuck I'm going home. So I waited for the woman in front of me to finish. Got about 6 items. I walk up, and I say, yeah, can I get a pound of mortadella sandwich sliced, please? Guy starts slicing. Maybe the guy's not the fastest slicer in the world. I don't got no problem with it. And this 65 to 70 maybe year old woman, face like a prune. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to give you the graphic visual of what I was dealing with here. Face like a prune. Probably she's definitely a Florida native because the sun pruned her out. So I mean, she could have been 40 for all I know, but she looked 65 to 70. Purple sundress, sandals. And she's standing behind me as I'm morning. So this guy, you know, we get.
Wait, is this the same lady or this is a different lady?
No, the first lady was on the phone. This is a lady.
Okay.
After I got my turn, this is
gotcha. That's what I'm asking. So this is different.
There's nobody here. It's the end of the day, you know, in the deli counter.
Yeah.
You know, me and this lady. So granted, the guy's going slow. He puts up on the scale. It's 0.7. He goes back. He makes more slices. It's 0.8. He gets more slices. It's 0.85. He gets like to 0.98. I'm like, bro, that's good. I'll take it. Right. The guy goes, is there anything else? And I'm telling you guys this story with zero exaggeration.
Just wait a second. All right, Cooper. So here's where we are. All right, lady's finally done. Abe's at the counter, orders a pound of mortadella. Some old pruny lady behind him has now appeared. She's behind. She's 60 to 80, Florida pruned out. You know, I mean, we say pruned, it's a descriptor. It's not a negative term. We know what that looks like. Guy's cutting Abe's mortadella extremely slow. Finally at 0.9, Abe's like that. All right, that's good. I'll take it. All right, continue.
Right. So I'll take
it.
So
thanks for the update. Appreciate it.
Yeah, purple sundress on, sandals. She's a Floridian outright. So the guy goes, can I get you anything else? And I say, yeah, I'll take a pound of hot cappy sliced the same way. Without hesitation, from behind me, I hear, I'll fucking come back.
Can I wait? I gotta interject real quick. I'm sorry, before you get to that. For those that don't understand, for some reason, the only way to buy gabagool in Florida, it is literally written as Cappy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make a comment. I've heard this before. Yeah.
All right. So you order the Cappy, and now the comment comes.
Right away.
What's the comment? What's the comment?
Come back. You can tell she probably smokes like 8 packs of cigarettes a day. It was literally in this tone. I'll fucking come back. I'm in shock. I turn around. I said, wow. I mean, are we not supposed to order anything else? And this is what the woman says to me. Now, I had a long day. I'm going to tell you, I got a little mean. But I had a long day. All right. I was already on edge a little bit. Right. Just wanted to get home. And this woman says, who the fuck orders a pound of lunch meat?
Oh, my God.
Wait. My immediate, without hesitation response, and this is where the deep down Abe, who just like silently sits there and waits for moments like this in life, pops up. And I said, people with a family of 6, because not everyone is alone and has no one to love them like you. I swear to God, that's what came out of my mouth. Now, I just want you to picture this. The two young guys behind the deli counter, the two young guys behind the
They're loving this right now.
This is their face. I'm not bullshitting. They go. They don't know what to do. So this woman goes up in a tirade. You fat fuck you. And I start listening. Whoa. Have you looked in the mirror lately, lady? Holy shit. You're as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside. And this is full blown in the middle of Publix.
Oh my God.
Yes. This lady is going back and forth. I'm going back and forth. She grabs her cart and starts fucking marching away. I look back. I swear to God, neither one of the two guys behind the counter has moved. They're all like,
oh my.
So
how about that pound?
Wait, the guy hasn't even gotten the Cappy yet. Hasn't moved. Okay. So I look down. The fucking bitch took my cart.
No.
Yes. She left her cart there. Fucking took my cart. Now I got to go fucking to the dairy aisle to get her. And, you know, I wanted to stop from getting further away. So now I got a shout. I said, hey, lady, do you want your fucking cart? And she looks down and goes, stop. Now she turns around, leaves my cart right there. So I got to walk past her to get my cart and come back to the deli counter. And she's like, "You're such a dick. You're such an asshole. Fuck you." All this shit. I'm like, man, you are a wretched, nasty human being. So now we get back to the deli counter. She grabs her cart. I'm coming this way with my cart. 2 guys behind the counter are still going like this. Like they don't know what the fuck to do in the middle of this Publix. And then I don't know, we say some other shit, and then she walks away, just fuck you and your small dick. I said, wait, and now she says this, she's about 40 feet away, 30, so I got to shout. I said, how the fuck would you know? You haven't seen one in about 40 years. Bro, the guys behind the counter lost it. They started going, oh! They started fucking fist bumping me, high-fiving me. It was so fucking real. The guys behind the counter lost it.
You should have invited her on KMA or guest spot.
This was so surreal. I got in the car and I called my daughter and my wife. I can't believe what the fuck just happened. And my daughter's first response is, why does this shit always happen when I'm not with you?
She could have turned the fucking phone on and hit record.
Serious, she would have in a heartbeat. At that age, you're programmed.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Oh, my
I
God.
swear to God, but the funniest thing was the 2 guys behind the counter, frozen, couldn't move, sit still. And as soon as I made that last comment, they just lost it. They had enough. Like, oh, my God. Oh. And then they love me. So the guy gets the cappy, and it's about that much left in the butt. And he goes, know what, bro? I'm going to get you a fresh one. He goes in the back cooler, brings out a brand new one, opens it up. I mean, there was like, but just complete and utter nastiness for fucking no reason. And then she's trying to justify it. I was hoping to run into her somewhere in the store on my way out. I wanted to continue the fucking conversation.
Right. Some people are just nasty for the sake of being nasty.
Absolutely.
Miserable. Nasty.
Who the fuck orders a pound of lunch meat? I got fucking 4 kids at home that eat like locusts. What do you think? We all live with 5 cats like you do? I didn't say that part. That's it right now. Jesus. Crazy.
That was worth it, Abe. This was.
I literally messaged these guys. I said, bro, guys, I got a fucking story for you tomorrow on camera. You ain't gonna believe this shit.
I mean, listen, I could see if you were on like your 6th pound or something. I'd maybe like, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I could see it on your like, how much fun? What are you doing running it down? But yeah, take it easy, lady.
I think what set her off with the fat fuck comment was after he got my mortadella on the scale and got it to 0.9 or whatever, I said, wrap it up. I took a slice off the top and I started eating it. The guy's with a fat fuck.
That's okay.
I know it's okay, but
unless you got a tight ass, you know what I mean? It's like, she's, I don't know.
Just, you know, obviously now that I'm calm, you got to say, man, what is life for a person like that? To live like that, to think like that? It's got to be miserable day in and day out. Their whole existence just has to be miserable. To be like that kind of a person.
Oh yeah, no. They wake up miserable, they go to sleep miserable, and they're looking for somebody who they can drag into their misery throughout the day.
It's the confrontation that keeps them alive. You know what I mean? It's like just that confrontation. It's like, oh my God.
If that's the case, John, this bitch is gonna live a very fucking long life.
But you know what, Abe, you brought up an interesting point that made me think when you mentioned Petra. And I bet you, right, if you took kids of that generation and you put them in a real world high stress test and you time them, I bet you they would be able to pull out their phone and pull out their camera and take a picture faster than they'd be able to pull out their phone and dial 911. Just by muscle memory.
It's like
just by instinct and muscle memory.
Instinct and reflex for them. Like for me, I didn't even think about it till later. I was talking about later. Man, I wish I had got this on video, right? But yeah, instant reflex. She would have pulled it out and had it recorded.
Yeah,
instantly. But yeah, that was.
Oh, that's always a fun time dealing with the locals.
Publix run, What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, we got a super exciting special guest hanging in the wings, waiting for us.
Let's bring him up.
Special day for a special release.
Yes,
absolutely.
Now it's time to meet your maker.
Yeah, I just got to find it, damn it.
Oh, I thought you had it ready when you started talking.
I was going, but I couldn't find it. I thought it was
that story.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
Welcome, Dan Thompson of Micallef.
Mr. Thompson.
Hey,
Dan.
good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Danny, you're looking good and svelte, my friend.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Good morning. How is Texas?
I just want to know, is there a ponytail behind that head?
No,
Oh, you cut it.
He cut it.
It's been long there for a while. I figured it would be a big
Yeah.
ponytail by now.
no, my wife is my stylist, and she says, "Hey, let's trim this thing up."
It was time.
Calling pool damage from the summer.
And before we get into it, I just really want to say, because I know that story makes me sound fucking horrific, but that's not me. That woman brought out the worst in me. You know, it really was. I mean, that's not my normal mode of operandi. But I don't feel guilty because, in my opinion, she really deserved it. But I just want to throw that out.
You know, Abe, one of the things about being great men is we have that monster inside of us, and people forget that we have to tame it all the time. You run around your whole life and you keep it tame so that if you need to bring it out, it's there.
I gotta admit, Dan, in retrospect, like I'm thinking about this, like this woman had to be like 95 pounds wet. Right? Like,
Never be physical.
like, I mean, look, I'm really a gentle giant, but I know how I'm perceived when I'm walking around publicly, right? Like, she really had to have some fucking gonads to fucking fuck me sitting at the deli counter in a Publix at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night with like 8 people in the whole fucking store. But yeah, I mean, fearless.
Yeah, but you know what, Abe? Here's why I say, I salute you on that. Apology unnecessary, because here's why. Because a woman like that, a person like that, how many people did she go out and
Didn't say
punish
shit to
and
her.
torture? No,
Yes.
right, all day that didn't say shit.
Yeah,
to her.
there's
And
others.
finally, right, there's others that have been tortured by that lady. And finally,
Finally,
today-
someone stood up to her. Yep.
I'm a firm believer in that. When I say stuff to my kids, or my wife says, like, "Why do you do that?" Because if I don't tell them, they won't know, and they'll grow up to be idiots. You have to tell them when they're being absolute stupid. Don't say when they're doing stupid shit. It's our job to tell them. Otherwise, they grow up and they think this is normal, and they keep this stupid behavior. So you're right. If more people had outed her or just told her out, she probably would have stopped this behavior at some point.
right. She's trying to get abused back. That's the problem. How many people did she torture just yesterday?
So
Let alone.
I may have saved some future people from.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Have rewarded some future abuse.
You're building a better
Poor
society.
guy, just trying to order a damn pound of smoked turkey in the future. You might have saved him some abuse.
All right, Dan. Speaking of turkey, let's start talking turkey. Yesterday was the national release of the newest of the color series, Green. Tell us. I've smoked about 6 of these in a very short time we've had them. Now, I hate saying which one's my favorite, but I will tell you this one. This one definitely falls in the upper echelon of the color series for me. So tell us a little bit about the cigar.
We wanted to build cigars that were attractive to different people. So if anybody says all 5 are perfect, I don't know what they're talking about, because we really have tried to do different blends for different people. And the green, gosh, it's so exciting on a day like today where 4 years of work finally comes together. And with the green, we're introducing 2 new tobaccos in the Micallef inventory to our customers. And the green has the Matafina as the wrapper. And we'd had a Matafina in our line before when we had the Bold series. And it was a very popular cigar with the ambassadors. So honestly, we hadn't planned on building a Matafina cigar in the color series, but the ambassadors and socialites twisted our arm. But as we got to building it, we incorporated San Andreas Negro as the binder. And I don't know if people know what San Andreas Negro is, but it's the native tobacco in Mexico. So if you go back to Aztec time, that's what the native tobacco is in Mexico. And so it brings together a really rich, full flavored cigar that's unlike anything we've ever had in our portfolio. And we're finding people who are discovering it and they're like, wow, that's great. So from our perspective as manufacturers, being able to build something for a new audience in addition to the existing, it's it's going to be a huge hit.
So Dan, with this wrapper, one thing that yes, you're using Modafina again, but you guys were able to basically take control of the processing of this wrapper this time, which was probably a big step for you guys.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Now we're smoking Micallef cigars, where most of the fillers we grow ourselves. We're growing in 4 areas in Nicaragua. We process all of our own tobacco. When it comes in, everything, we have polones all over the factory. I mean, I think we have like 12 polones going right now. And so we're just processing. And, sometimes it's 12 months, sometimes it's 18 months, but it's really allowed us to control the process end to end so that we can keep the cost in the right range and bring these cigars to market. And we really are, this year's been absolutely amazing. My sales team's not on the call, so I'll say we have really had beyond our wildest imagination how good this year's been. So the green is just coming in at the right time to open up new doors for us, our retail partners, and getting to launch with you guys nationally today. It's a storybook year.
I got to be honest with you. We're honored that we were able to launch this nationally. It's been selling incredibly well.
Great.
One of the things about the color series that I've noticed, and I made a video yesterday about me smoking one, and I don't do that. It might be the second or third time I remember making a video smoking a cigar. I mean, I'll take photos, but seldom have a video and talk about it. That's just not my thing. But one of the things I really noticed about the color series over the years is, and it's definitely with me, I've never heard anyone really say that they didn't like the cigar. Now what they do is they'll compare them with the other ones.
That's
I like
right.
this one better. I like this one better.
Sure.
This one. But they've all been really well received lines, and in my opinion, every one of the color series punches above its weight as far as what you're getting for what you're paying for the cigars. I think that's been part of the success. That's really been part of the success to the color series, in my opinion. For what you're paying for that cigar, it's not the experience I would relate it to that price tag. I think it's a more elevated experience than that.
Abe, it's really funny. I've kind of adopted the mantra, I want to be everybody's third favorite cigar. Emphasis on everybody, because we all have cigars that we love and we've grown up with and we've been smoking often for decades. Yeah. But the value that we're able to bring, pick up 2 of your favorite cigars. They're a little more expensive. Pick up 3 of ours, and you're really managing what you're enjoying. And as the series has grown, we're at 5 different blends now. We really have something for everybody. And by next year, we'll have our Micallef White, which is Connecticut, and the Orange, which is Connecticut also. So we'll have a mild, medium Connecticut, and we'll have a little spicier Connecticut by the end of next year. So we really are excited about the support we are receiving from consumers all over the market. We love you guys.
And Dan, that's something different that you guys did is at first when you started the color series, you sort of kept it hush hush.
That's right.
And now you seem to be branching out a little bit and saying, hey, hell with it, let's get it out there. What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, when you first do something and you bet your whole damn company on the black, you're scared. and originally the white was supposed to be the next release, but we found out that it took us 3 extra years to figure out how to blend a great mild to medium cigar. It's very difficult. And so as we've built confidence in our portfolio and can see out in the future, and PCA will be around the corner next year, that's where we'll have white. I'm already taking it into inventory in Texas right now. We're just really confident. The green, it's shipping everywhere across next week. It's all packed and ready to go. So as a company, we're just really hitting on all cylinders, trying to serve everybody as perfect as we can. We make mistakes, but we want to just remedy those real quick.
Dan, when was the first release of the color series? When did the black come out exactly?
It was PCA in 23.
All right, so it's been 2 years now, and you're on what, the 5th rendition?
Yeah, I remember you telling me, you're like, you're going to do 2 of these a year?
I mean, yeah, you're going to run out of colors. You're going to run out of the rainbow, man. You're going to start going in red, orange blossom, and aphasia yellow.
Orange is the last color. So we're
so you do have a plan.
Moving on to our next series. So But the colors will be the basis and the core of Micallef cigars for the future. And I hope people love them as much and as long as they are. It's amazing. The black sells more today than it sold ever.
I think the black is still probably, from a
black,
retail perspective, is the most popular one.
Well, that was our bet. But certainly red and purple are really hot. Blues dropped a little because not everybody can be number one all the time. And green just opens a new door. So green has sold. It will be the fastest selling cigar we've ever launched.
You know, I got to tell you, I waited until today. I wanted to smoke it new and fresh for KMA this morning. And it's all there. It's all there. Because listen, Matafina is not one of the more popular rappers, just in common knowledge, right? I don't think if you ask somebody name 4 rappers, Matafina ain't going to be in their top 4 just off the top of their head. But in what Matafina is, it's all there in a cigar. The sweetness is there, the leather's there, the coffee's there. So it's a cigar of, you want to try a Matafina wrapper? Here's this Micallef Green will give you what that Matafina is.
You know, Alex, to be honest, when we were doing our original planning, I had planned for this to be just a smaller release because it was Matafina. I knew it was a more focused group of people who like it. And people who dislike it really hate it, in my experience. But as we incorporated the Negro into it, and it really added a lot of depth to it, we had to up our inventory levels. And now this will be the fastest selling cigar we've ever launched.
Dan, were you surprised when you discontinued Bold, the feedback you did get on, hey, where's my Matafina, basically?
Right.
Well, I wasn't surprised because we used to run a Micallef Madness bracket, and Matafina would always be in the final 4.
Okay.
So I knew that the ambassadors loved it. But, you know, when you're launching a new line like the Color Series, you can't have every tobacco in your inventory. We're still a small shop.
Sure.
And so being able to manage and sequence your releases, it's taken a lot of work. But I'm glad that we waited longer, didn't try to rush it, because I think we've really built a superior product. The ambassadors were great. They've sampled on some different variations over the years that we were thinking about. It's really been a community effort to fine-tune this guy.
Well, you know, Coop, there's a natural phenomenon that occurs. I mean, Alex and Lena, who's watching, could probably attest to this, right? The second you just continue to line, that's when people become.
Everybody wants it, yeah.
I mean, it's just a natural phenomenon. Alex and I 100 times. Oh, when's the last time this shit sold? We haven't sold it in 12 months.
Yeah,
really?
We got to move.
Cut it. The second you cut it, gone. We'll get 20 emails. What? Where is this? Where's the cigar? Are you kidding me? It's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, you're right.
Every time.
You know, for us, it's more than that natural phenomenon because we know it always scored so well in our Micallef Madness bracket. So we knew people loved it, but then it was like putting gas on fire when it was discontinued.
But you probably got some of those comments from all the Bold series when you guys stopped making the Bold series.
I'll be honest, we didn't, Abe.
Really? Oh my God.
You know, we created the Bold series when the FDA microscope was on the whole industry, and we had to have predicates.
Those were your early years, we call them. Your early years. You were still crawling.
Yeah, we were crawling and we were over-regulated. Now that we have more freedom to innovate, we can do cool stuff.
Well, as we see it coming to fruition, it's good for you guys.
I hope everybody loves it. It's a wonderful cigar. We've adapted something new in our practices. We sample the cigars. We ship products about 3 months out, so retailers could get it all over the country, which gets it in consumer hands. We've got things like the Cigar of the Month Club. And so people are really getting a feel for it before it even hits the streets, and it's nationally launched today. So I just hope people love it.
Well, Dan, I think they will. I'm loving it. I am enjoying it.
Well,
I'll be lighting up the second one during the break.
It's going to be in the hands of a lot of people very shortly. And
thank you for that. And that's why we love working with you guys, the ability to help get product out quickly. What's sitting at the facility being packed, it's just mind-boggling. We're so happy, consumers and retailers, ambassadors, socialites, everybody's loving what we're doing.
I'll tell you this, and this is a compliment, but especially with the Color Series, for me, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, And although that range has become small, we see people starting to try and break into that range. But you guys have become the benchmark for me for the $8 to $9 cigar range. Because honestly, if the cigar's $8 to $9, does it stand up? Is it as good as a black or whatever it's in? Is it a lighter? Is it as good as a blue? Is it a, you guys have kind of really, for me, become the benchmark for that range.
Well, I know a lot of people
are starting to see people get back into that range. Not everybody's, as prices are going up, people are making decisions.
Well, I know that a lot of people are bigger operators than us, and they're kind of bringing some cigars into this range. And there's some other smaller operators who are doing it. My experience is if everything in your manufacturing process from growing all the way through, if you're not super focused on cost control, it'll kill you. It is so hard to maintain, and when we make mistakes, it's costly. So gearing our whole operation and understanding where we want to provide value to customers. Every time they buy something, we want them to love it and think that it's great and be able to buy 2 or 3 at the same time. We're completely oriented.
Absolutely. Preston is a believer.
Well, we love Preston. All the socialites have supported us so well, and their feedback all the way through is fantastic.
Speaking of socialites, I'm going to tattletale right now. I'm gonna snitch a little bit. So Alex likes when it gets gritty. So I have to say, I do love, there are certain personalities that catch up on you, whatever. And, even though we haven't spent a lot of face-to-face time, I love watching Lauren do her work on social media. And I asked her, she is not in the socialite group?
Really?
Yes. I said, how are you not in our smoking socialite group there? Whatever. I said,
take it easy. And Dan might write her up on Monday.
Who was not in it? I missed
Lauren.
Hey, I got Lauren on a mission that's separate. She's very important player for us.
Listen, Dan. She's one of my favorite personalities to watch on Facebook. I love her. I love what she does. I find her entertaining, but she needs to be in social group, or at least share the post that she's already currently making in social group that she's making on her normal page. So
she makes great content.
I sent her an invite. Hasn't signed up yet.
So I will.
Everybody watching KMA right now, go tag Lauren. Everybody tag her at once.
So, Abe, you have strong personalities in your organization. Let me tell you, managing Lauren is like a stick of dynamite.
I believe it.
And what's amazing is she's doing all of her social media work and supporting us nationally at some different events. And her sales are up 56% in her territory.
I believe it.
She is hitting on every cylinder. We love her and we're proud of her.
How can you tell if someone is single?
If somebody is single.
Yeah.
I'm married, so I stopped looking.
That comment right there.
You talking about a guy? I thought you were talking about a girl.
No, that's how you know some guy's single. Because if not, my friend Eric, you are in big fucking trouble, buddy. Big trouble. You better hope your wife doesn't like get it just to this.
I gotta watch what I say right now. You know what I mean?
She's on watching too.
He's on.
I'm out of town. I'm off the hook.
Oh, look at
all right. I know my homework. I've taken a note, Abe.
Look at all the Cobra tags. There you go. She's gonna know. She's gonna know the socialite group real quick. No, you want listen. Personalities like that, because you can't, and this is something that Alex will attest to. We've seen it. You can't teach that stuff to people. That's either inherently in them, or it's not to be like that. And there's very few people, that really entertain me, or I just look forward to their posts. And I've kind of been watching quietly. I think I finally posted something the other day. She did a great shot of her upside down in a chair and whatever. I said, "You're by far one of my favorite personalities." By far.
Well, certainly her and Saka have been going back and forth.
Balls of steel, my friend. Balls of steel right there. That's called balls of fucking steel. My wife never watches this show, and if I say shit, I do one of these.
Right.
Balls of steel.
We may have to have Eric on to provide us premarital counseling so that people could set up a marriage like that. He must have one.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
So here's a great story. One of the reasons why I like a social life group too, to get off on a tangent. Here's a good friend of ours, really friend. And when I say friend, he's more than a customer. He's a real friend. Lives in Washington. Okay. Worked his career in Japan and retired. And do you know where his retirement party is going to be this month? Smoke In.
Okay.
Nice.
Isn't that nuts?
When is that, Abe?
I got to look at my calendar. It's this month.
But why not pick a destination?
It's like a week or two. But I mean, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind. You work on one side of the country. You live in one side of the country. You work on the other side of the planet, and you chose our establishment to have a retirement party, man. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see Don. I think the last time I saw Don, and Don, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was at the Great Smoke during COVID, because that was the one year. Unfortunately, Don has to work in Japan every Great Smoke, so he has to miss it every year, and was able to come the 1 year where it was COVID, and we only had 50 people as a live audience for our digital broadcast, but he still had a great time. But Don is coming this year, so we'll definitely. He is now officially retired. September 24th, Alex.
September 24th.
So he's definitely coming this year. So great community. Love everybody in it. So Dan.
Wednesday? It's on a Wednesday?
Hey, listen, dude, I didn't make it plan.
Who does parties on a Wednesday?
People who plan and travel nationally to do it.
Right.
I guess so.
People also want to have a party on a Saturday, maybe too. Somewhere else.
People who are retired.
Right. People who don't have to get up and go to work.
You're retired. You can have a party any day of the week.
a feeling we won't know for a long time, John.
Well,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So Dan, is white and orange the last two in the series? Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Wow.
But that puts us at 8 blends of cigars.
Right. It's a lot. I mean, how fast?
We have the Smoke-In exclusive, which people love. I was on a call with that, and people were just telling me my other cigars were shit. The Smoke-In exclusive.
Yeah. But I'm glad you said that, because honestly, Dan, I got about 4 messages yesterday. So our goal, and we're working with Dan, is because that is our size. We love it. The box press Toro. As soon as black, literally, I think the week black came out, I asked Dan if he could make us our own size.
You asked me at PCA. You sat me down and you described what you wanted. And I said, hell, Abe, I don't know how we're going to do it.
But we currently have 3. I believe a 4th is on the way, but our goal is to have that size eventually in all the color series, that we'll have our own box press Toro cigar. Because somebody literally asked me last night, a couple of people did, if the green be coming in the box pressed exclusive. Down the road, we're still getting purple, but we will get them all in there.
Abe, we're working great.
That'll be I can't wait till we get them all, because I tell you, that's a fucking good sampler. The Micallef Color Series box press sampler,
Ooh.
That's a good sampler.
Ooh, I might box that actually.
Well, you'll have 5 once you get green. So
I think we'll wait till.
Oh, and box it. Actually, that's a nice
spectrum. Like a spectrum of colors. Yeah,
8 cigars. It'll be 8 cigars in a nice box and make a great sampler. Yeah.
See that, folks? See what we just did here? That's literally how it happens in the office too. Just so you know, literally, that's how it happens. That's just how it happens.
In fact, I'm already saying I got to call Dan next week to see if we can have boxes made and shipped there to their factory, so they can just pack them there, ship them back.
That's how it happens, man.
Yeah, wheels already turning.
Well, I was already logistically like, how do we save money so that we can actually just build it for you and ship you the finished product that you want?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at box options, and if we make something, we'll just have it shipped to your factory. We'll make it there. So we're looking probably 2027 release. No, literally, because
this is how it works.
The color series won't finish till 2026, but that gives me enough time, because they'll all be the same size. I can start working on a box now, and if the color series finishes in 2026, we should have these done and made.
27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah,
Because the cigars are ready. We just need the packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Micallef crayon box.
Yeah, that's what Ryan Miller's the crayon box.
The Micallef crayon box.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller was asking for a crayon box. I'm like, we're not building a crayon box.
free coloring book with every sampler set.
Yeah, yes.
I feel like the more I talk, the insert will be a coloring book.
Listen to me. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but I'm actually thinking now about making like a custom-made Micallef, Dan Thompson, coloring book made. Send people with that box, with that sampler set. I think we could do it.
It's a nice collectible.
Yeah.
I think we could do it.
I like that.
Like a little comic strip, like a comic book that you can color. It's all black and white.
She'll kill me, but Amanda's favorite superhero is Wonder Woman. And so each color release, I generate her a Wonder Woman version of her in that color base. It's all Art Deco looking. It's really cool. So
that's cool.
I have to slip some of those in the coloring book also.
This takes me back.
I'm sure she'll release those.
Yeah, Rock can get a little sizzling.
This takes me back to our Room 101 comic strip series with the.
That's what I thought of when you
Abe
said
chasing
that,
the chicken.
Delicious and what did Matt Booth call himself? Swanky something.
Swanky White.
Swanky White.
So now, Dan, unfortunately, now I think there may be a Wonder Woman appearance in the comic book now.
I can't imagine it not having it.
Yes.
Who was it was Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl Boo was Nikki.
Yeah, that was Nikki. Yeah, that's right.
Pterodactyl Boo was Nikki. I see a little coloring comic. I see a comic. We won't call it a coloring book. That just sounds too infantile. But there will be a comic book. I think that will come out with the color series sampler set. The box press comes. I like it. We just made a whole marketing program on nationally, on a national broadcasting show. Oh, there it is. You got to find the strip where we're riding in a car. It's I think the next slide. Or it's the second slide from the whole. Yeah, you're way in the middle. Where we're on the way to the airport. No, before there.
It's still out there. Wow.
No, before.
Oh yeah.
No. That's the pickup truck. There's like a little convertible. I think it's number 2. No, number 1. We're on the way to the airport. There it is.
Yeah,
lower left corner.
Now, Abe, you did the artwork on this, if I'm not mistaken.
No, this was done.
But you wrote the story. You wrote this.
Yes, I sketched it out literally the way that was there. I sketched it out with pencil and wrote the copy. A dear friend of mine who's actually worked on a lot of projects for us. In fact, he actually made the Anarchy NFT art for us. And over the years, I've gone to him with really, really special project where it needed like a high-end refined work. He did that for me. He did that whole comic book. And he's retired now, and I think he's in North Carolina. But I'm very, very, very because when his line of work, he's done like packaging for Nicholas Golf and a lot of very, very high-end shit. So when I give him my crazy projects, honestly, he really enjoys doing them because they're fun. So I'm pretty sure that even though he's retired, if I reached out to him and say, hey, listen, man, I need a comic book made, I'm pretty confident he'll still do it.
From what I remember, Abe, that was like another installment came out every week, right? It didn't come out all at once, from what I remember.
Every week for 16 weeks, we released one slide.
Yeah,
just like that.
That's what it was. Yeah,
every week for 16 weeks. One of our cooler campaigns.
I remember that one.
It's a very cool campaign, and obviously, a cigar that was so well thought of, it's had its variations and spinoffs, and it still exists in some form or fashion today. LBD Black just dropped. I don't know how long ago, but it's doing very, very well. It's funny. We're talking about LBD, pink, blue, black. I guess we got our own color series too. I never really thought about it until now, Dan. But I won't even look up which came out first because I don't want to know because I'm probably second. But I don't think it was intentional. But yeah,
it's just when you're building a brand, we really were able to build Micallef and then a color, and people understand who we are now. It just makes so much sense when you're trying to introduce something to the public. You keep it easy for people to remember, and you're able to build your brand around those colors.
I think that's one of the conversations we had early on, you and me, when we were just getting ready to know each other, whatever. I'm like, because it's very interesting because when you don't know a brand, because Micallef brand was really, new to us.
Sure.
And we got our opening order. I'm literally looking at it like a first-time customer. My eyes are looking at it like a first-time customer. I remember telling Dan, I said, Danny, I don't even understand like the relationship. I don't even see the correlation. I put them on the shelf. They don't even all look like they come from the same company. So that was a conversation we had early on. And you put the color series up, man. They just look awesome in here. All lapped up next to each other. I mean, I already know what's going to happen is we're going to have the color series, like, maybe 2 shelves vertically, but then our box press will be one all together with all 8 of them next to each other, in the body of the whole thing. It's going to look nice.
Well, you've made us a much better manufacturer, and
thank you.
Feedback from your team. It's your whole team that's helped us. So we certainly appreciate it. And, I think people are discovering us and enjoying. That's the goal.
Listen, as well as I do, because you got a great team you work with too. I mean, I say it often enough, man. I'm blessed to really have a good team. I mean, I got to deal with Alex's crankiness sometimes. Everybody, I've been blessed to really surround myself with some really dedicated, good-hearted, amazing people, and that goes a long way. That goes a long way in any organization.
Abe, how many people do you have that are in second generation? You've got young Mr. Briggs. Is he the only second generation person you have, or do you
Most
have
of the people? Well. Okay, so every member of the Briggs family except the wife has worked for me at some point, except Patricia. The daughter, the 2 boys, Julie's son, and I think her daughter worked for me for a while.
See, there you go.
I don't think anybody else is old enough to have a second generation working for me. I mean,
But you've had multiple family members in multiple families.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's been any other siblings or second generation. I think this is no. When Ronnie worked for me, his son Robbie worked for me for many, many years too. Yeah. I mean, I guess across my career, Sean and his son John. Yeah. Fuck. When you're around for 30 plus years, you can't fucking remember everything. But yeah, we've had multiple second generation now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going all the way back. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. As soon as Carmine gets tall enough, we're bringing him in.
Yeah, it's an easy part-time job for a young guy.
Throw him right in the shipping department. I think Carmine would like a warehouse job.
Yeah, Carmine would be good in a warehouse.
Yeah.
They'll run up and down aisles all day.
It's really funny because when our sons do get together, they'll sit there and they'll act like they run the shop.
And somehow at the end of the day, they both got $20 worth of tips. I don't know what they did there.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I got to see the 2 of them together, they were playing chess together, and they'd make moves and then they would discuss them both ways. So it was just fascinating to watch them school each other on how to play better chess.
Like his father, I think Carmine is the better chess player.
Yeah,
I think Alex was playing me chess with 1 piece and a pawn. I can't think a king and a pawn.
Yeah, but that's a
Is that a trick?
That's a
trick.
Is that a trick where you really have the
winnable. It's winnable, but I have the advantage. Essentially, I just play with. He plays with a full set of black pieces. I play with 1 king and 4 pawns, but I get to move twice, so it makes it very, very difficult.
You don't think it makes a difference, but I think I played him 6 games in a row, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm done." Couldn't beat him once.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bar trick.
Couldn't beat him once.
No, Abe, I didn't tell you a story on why your black exclusive took a little longer than both of us would have liked.
That was long. That was like a year and a half. Maybe 2.
I'm going to tell you why.
You had no box press molds.
No, all those molds, because it's flat on top and curved on the side, we have to build all those molds ourselves. And so when we sent you the proof cigar, you're like, yeah, I love it. It looks great. Well, they built your entire order and they shipped to me some bundles to proof before we packed the cigars. And I pulled it out, and those nice lines that are supposed to be on the side of the box press were not there. I'm like, there's no way we could ship a soft version of this to Abe. He'll kill us. And so we had to remanufacture your entire black order because the press wasn't, and we found that we had to replace the little curved pieces of the mold much more often than we expected but our internal QA didn't catch it. So to help the factory focus their minds, a complete order of your product sat in front of the rolling room, unopened, for 3 months, so that they could remember why we don't do things half-ass.
Oh my God! What did you do with those cigars?
I still have those cigars.
We'll take them.
You can't have them because they're not right.
There'll be something else. We'll take them.
We can have the almost black smoke-in exclusive. So we haven't decided what to do with them. But yes.
No, I decided. I'll call you Monday. We're gonna make a spin. I got an idea.
We can
We'll
do
call you
something
Monday.
fun.
Yeah, you can't let them sit there. They're extra aged now too.
They're delicious.
All right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make something out of those.
But
And
that's
once again,
slowed us up
this
about
is how
2.5
shit
months.
happens.
Yeah,
Man, part of history here. That's
but
awesome.
it couldn't be your first release. Your first release has to be perfect. There was no way we could
Well,
do anything with it.
Micallef Black. So, we've done, I don't know where we're at. We're probably on 23, 24 microblends over the years. Typically where our intent is we make one batch and they're done. Micallef Black, is out of 30 years of being in the business, the first smoke in regular production cigar that we've made. And on my whole career, I've never said, hey, this is just going to be something we're going to keep all the time and make. I did a lot of one and done projects. They're a lot easier because you don't have to worry about it staying relevant and whatnot. You sell them, you're done, you go on to your next project. It's a nice formula. But yeah, Micallef Black Box Press Lancero was the first official regular production smoking cigar. They'll be on our shelves all the time and available for anybody out there who loves it.
Well, we certainly are grateful to be able to do that with you. And now that we have it down like a machine with white, our goal is to ship white to the public and ship your smoke-in exclusive at the same time. So
That'd be amazing.
if everything falls in place, that's what should happen. We're not quite there yet, but that's what we're working towards.
Well, listen, what's nice is that when the color line comes out and then our version comes out down the road, it gives everybody something to look forward to again.
Sure.
Try it all over again. And for me, I don't know about Alex, you, or whoever, it is a little bit have a variance in flavor. It does have a little bit of difference in body and composition. I mean, it's like the thing I always go back to, because for me, it's the best reference, right? Like, people don't understand, well, how could it be different? It's different, yet the same. So if you eat a Granny Smith apple, it's a Granny Smith apple, but sometimes they taste a little bit more bitter. Sometimes they're a little bit more sweet. They're a little bit more tart. But it's a Granny Smith because all the elements are there to tell you it's a Granny Smith apple. But there's a differentiation.
Across the color series, I prefer our Robustos over our Toros. They're a little faster paced. All the flavors happen faster. The Toro, it's a little longer extension. And most color smokers of Micallef, they prefer a Toro or a Robusto. Even though it's the same blend, it just has different characteristics.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I do know guys too that are one or the other.
Yeah.
It's an interesting debate that I've heard a lot over my years. Where some people say, no, I never taste anything different across a Vitola, and some people swear by it. I definitely taste different. Like I said, it's the same but different. That's the best way I can kind of explain it.
Abe, when you're making the Toro, the components are spaced out a little more, so it provides a nice journey as you smoke through it. The Robusto, we take the exact same components, but they're placed closer together, so it's more like an express strain.
Let me ask you a question, Dan.
Which they prefer.
Let me ask you a question. So when you guys come up with an idea in your head, right? All right, we want to make this red, or we want to make the black. Let's start. We want to make the black. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're doing. These are tobaccos. What size is then brought back to you as that initial
Robusto and Toro?
Robusto. So then you want one of each. You want one of each.
Because they're going to have little different characteristics. Now that we're into the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th version, we really understand what we want to do. And so both samples have to come back.
When we do our Cigar of the Month Club, we always request Toro. Sometimes we get Robusto, or sometimes the manufacturers don't have extra cigars in bulk in a Toro size. But for our end, we always choose Toro because Toro, it really is the number one.
It's the preference. Sure.
It's the number one selling size across all the SKUs, and it's a decent, good representation of what the overall blend is going to be across all the Vitolas, larger and smaller. It's the one that's kind of right in the middle to give somebody an actual idea of what the overall blend will be. Well, Dan, listen, I know it's your weekend, and I appreciate you coming on KMA and talking about this national release we had yesterday. It's now available at Smoke Inn Cigars. And, just for all the anti-smoking people who are watching KMA Radio anyway, when will these cigars be hitting other stores?
Monday, UPS brings a second truck.
There you go.
We'll be shipping across the country. So it's going to be great. Thank you for having us today. Thank you for helping us get the word out, the product out. And we just hope everybody loves the Micallef Green.
Appreciate it, Dan. And we're going to have more on KMA Radio in hour number 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it lit. Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smokin's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium handmade name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month. They wanted to know there was a way they can get 2. And we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course it have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you, so you want to come and get some more, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smokin' Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
That went great. It's perfect.
Sonny was right. The working man is a sucker, Dad. He's a sucker.
He's wrong. It don't take much strength to pull a trigger, but try and get up every morning, day after day, and work for a living. Let's see him try that. Then we'll see who's the real tough guy. The working man is the tough guy. Your father's the tough guy.
To me, that's the best scene in the movie. I wrote that scene in A Bronx Tale because I wanted to talk about the working man. Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and I'd like to tell you about my grandfather, Calogero, who I'm named after. Calogero Palminteri was born and raised in Menfi, Sicily. When he came to this country and landed at Ellis Island, He was so overcome with emotion that he dropped to his knees, kissed the ground, and felt the blessings of America. I have fond memories of my grandfather, who loved his family and a great cigar. This cigar is for my grandfather Calogero and all the hard-working men and women who came to this country with just a dream. This is the immigrant cigar. And let's face it, we all are immigrants. This great cigar was voted number 8 in the top 10 cigars in the world by Cigar Enthusiast magazine. Buy a box for yourself or buy it for someone who gave you a better life. Go to Smoke Inn Cigar in Florida and see Honest Abe and pick up a box of Chaz Palminteri cigars. Tell him I sent you.
Welcome back, everybody, to hour number 2 of KMA Talk Radio. I wasn't sure if you realized, Alex, that we weren't going to have a Summer of Saka commercial, which is usually about 2 minutes long.
I did. I know. But this cigar of the month, and we got to keep in mind when we shoot a cigar of the month, it's got to be 2 minutes or better. And you need about a 2-minute video.
We got to do it. We got to put it on a calendar to do it. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Got to make a calendar date and do it. But yeah, the epic endings day of Summer of Saka was Thursday, and what a grand finale it was. I don't think my organization ever gave away more dollar value in prizes for a single event in the history of I'm going to tell you what, I think I might have to make a rule next year, because that's now like every year in a row that Steve Saka has acquired the grand prize.
Is it every year in a row?
He's gotten every Saka Squatch, and he bought the watch.
Yeah, it is.
Now you throw a fucking epic event when the manufacturer buys the grand prize.
Right.
Literally, like every year. Have you ever seen that, Coop?
I don't think I've ever seen it. I was surprised at the watch. I could see people selling the statue. I was surprised the watch.
Well,
Steve got a steal on the watch too.
That's what I heard.
He got a good deal. But he came up with other things that the gentleman wanted. Brian Conklin was the winner. But we gave away the 3 monthly watches, and I know everybody was really ecstatic about that. I know they were happy. Ron has already messaged me. He loves his watch. He's not selling it.
He posted on it.
Yeah, he's not selling it to nobody. But yeah, Brian had 2 watches. I tell you what, it's a great story because his wife was giving him slack. I think I could share this. I'm going to share it. His wife was giving him slack because, going black card or whatever on Summer of Soccer or whatever. So he had Steve cut the check to his wife. Now, if that doesn't ever, right? If that doesn't ever, your wife say, I was wrong. Yeah, that's like the perfect way to do it. So yeah, really epic ending this Summer of Saka. It was amazing, and I really want to thank everybody. Even if you bought the entry level order, every single person added everything. Every single person made it an amazing event and giveaway, and it's only fueling us and gives us ammunition to make it even bigger and better next year. So, Dan, you don't want to sell those chairs. Dan was the lucky recipient of 2 of our club lounge chairs. This year we went, instead of giving away 1, which we normally did, we gave away a set, and he won a set.
Hey, Dan, we got about 20 of them. These are literally the chairs that are used in smoke-in stores.
Yeah,
they're not replicas. They're not another look-like. These are literally the industrial chairs that we use in the shop. These chairs are excellent.
They are nice chairs. Unfortunately, not industrial.
I said we don't need them. We got a bunch of them
for our regulars, though. Holy shit!
No, they're not industrial for our regulars.
Oh,
they're industrial grade. They're not regular grade.
Yeah, that area in the front there where the morning crew like sits every fucking morning. I finally told our team. I said, "Listen, guys, every week we have to rotate the chairs." Because those chairs are set in 90% more than any other chair
on the other side, 100%.
90% more, like not even a little bit. There's an ass in those chairs almost every minute of the day compared to every other.
Yeah, those 4 right by the humidor are the most used. Yes, that's small run.
No, it's the 4 by the front door. I think they're Sabbath. Okay, so here's the thing, because I'm going to tell you what it is.
It's 2 different crews of guys.
Yes. The 4 by the front door is the morning.
Morning guys. Yes.
The 4 by the humidor door
are the 3 o'clock. Once the morning guys leave and the second shift comes in, those guys take.
And I think because the second shift comes in when the morning shift comes in, so it's still there. So they just sit on the other side, and the morning crew leaves. And
right.
But yeah,
they can be rotated like beers.
But yeah, a great ending to Summer of Soccer, and we're already in the works of making it.
Soccerween coming up.
Of course.
Okay.
And
Soccer's giving. Soccer mess.
Claim your con.
New soccer.
Claim your con will be up this week. Soccerween last year. There's a debate whether it's Gary Brooks or somebody else. I can't remember who it was now off the top of my head. There's two guys. Somebody gave me the idea by making a joke, right? They made some comment about Soccerween. I said, "Oh, that's a great idea. I got this leftover swag from Summer of Soccer. Why not just give it?" So that's how Soccerween originated, and we weren't really ready for it. So we had to really kind of concoct a landing page on how to give this stuff away. So we showed what the blue mug was, and then that was attached to this line, or this line. And if you wanted the orange mug, it was attached to this line, this line, this line. It was the only way we could really do it last minute. It was frustrating for some people because some people wanted the blue mug, but the 3 lines that it was being offered with wasn't ones they wanted to buy or wasn't ones they needed. And then to try to help, I think halfway into the month, we switched all the lines around, but it really differentiates. I literally had custom programming made this year. I got to hand it to our man Raj in India, man. He made it really, really nice. So now it's going to be like a tier level. There'll be a promotional page, and then whatever you spend or whatever you got in Summer of Soccer, it'll say, hey, you get 3 items free or 4 items free, and you could choose them. There'll be a little pop-up, and you can say, I want 2 of the black mugs. I want 1 of the blue hats. I want 1 of these. Or you take all 4 the same. You want a whole set of mugs, matching mugs? You could do that too. So we really had this custom programming built. We've tested it out. We're going to test it out with Claim Your Con, which is the new Soccer Con figurine that'll be going up sometime early this week. And that's only going to be 1 item, but it'll test the mechanics of the page. And Soccerween should be a lot cooler this year.
Nice. Soccerween.
Reamer, what's going on, Reamer? Quiet over there.
I'm just soaking it like the last time. I soak it all in, and it's
no. Last time we were short, Abe. You were on. You were Johnny Smolkes last time. This time you're back to Reamer.
Are you saying I'm intimidating him? Am I intimidating Johnny?
Come on. We need Johnny Smolkes. Where's Johnny Smolkes? We got Reamer.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? Hanging out.
What are you smoking?
This is the green. Micallef
Green. You had a green.
How did you get the green? How did you get the green?
Reamer knows people.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't.
She's listening right now. This is actually her. So, Lena, I might.
We dropped the ball on that, Coop. We probably.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I can't smoke anyway.
Oh, dude, today. Abe, listen. If I don't come in the shop Thursday or whatever it was, I don't have them either.
Yeah, but at least you can actually come in and grab some. We have to actually ship it to Coop.
Yeah. But it turned out I couldn't smoke today anyway, so it's okay.
So, Johnny, before we get into our Name Your Jam segment by Avo Cigars, in case anybody's watching, don't know, tell them a little bit about your podcast and what you do.
All right. Of course, we have JSU. It's usually Thursday, 7 o'clock.
JSU. I remember. Talk to people like they have no clue who you are. JSQ.
Okay.
Johnny Smolkes Uncut.
What's up, everybody? I'm John Reamer from Johnny Smolkes Uncut. I do a Thursday podcast, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I have a guest like it could be anybody.
I've been on it.
We've had Abe on. We've had Coop. We've had all 3 of you guys on. Alex has been on. So, and we also do tomorrow. We have a special podcast at noon. Our guest Rayed Sakofet. I know I said his name.
Great guy. Ooh, I've interviewed him.
I saw that, Coop. I watched it.
I said, "Oh,
Go ahead, John. You go.
No, you interview Coop.
Listen, Johnny added a Latin twist when he said his name. I couldn't even hear the name.
He's our guy in Dubai. So he's the guy I hooked up with in Dubai. He's an importer, and he is a great cigar guy. Yeah.
What's his name?
Right now, Lena's gonna kill me. Rayed Sakofet.
Oh yeah, she's gonna kill you.
Yeah, she's. I butchered.
I'm gonna guess his name is Rayed, but I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, it's Rayed Sack Flight.
Yeah. At least you got him on at a reasonable hour. I had him on at 6 a.m. when I did the show with him, and he was really great about coming on.
Yeah, and we're going to see him because Lena and myself are going to be going to the first World Cigar Show in Dubai in November.
So you're going?
Are you going to that?
Yes.
So very funny because I'm going to my first ever Inter-Tabac show in 30 years because there's never really been a need for me to go to Inter-Tabac. But now with this Dunbarton Overseas, which by the way, they got their shipment in Europe. Our third allocation from Europe will be shipping this week to the United States. So we will have more Dunbarton Overseas #1. But this whole thing about bringing in cigars, because what people don't understand is like, I just cleared out everything of their second shipment in Europe. They sold them all to me. So I need to start building relationships with these guys because I want to start acquiring more international only cigars. But I have to coordinate with them because they may only order 100. Well, I might want 300 for myself. So I got to start coordinating with them to make PO. So I'm going to my first Inter-Tabac show. Now, I was thinking about going to Dubai. I actually started shopping tickets, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I just got so many fucking trips, even to the end of this year. I really just was kind of against squeezing another trip. And, you know, I already told my wife, hey, you want to go to Dubai? They're having this first international show. I don't know if it's going to be worth it for me, but, you know, we got a lot of family in Dubai, so we can stop and see them. And just the more logical side of my brain came through. I was like, you know what? It's the first year. Let's see how it goes.
That's kind of was my feeling on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could be a complete and utter flop. We got enough going on this year. Let's wait till next year. And if it's still around and it looks like it might be relevant, maybe.
I'll let you know. I'm looking forward to it because we had Joshua Habersky on the show from the PCA, Executive Director PCA, and he was talking about it. And I said to Lena said to me, is like, man, I'd like to go. I'm like, don't bullshit me. If you want to do this, I'm in. You know what I mean? Because how many trips to Dubai are you going to do in your life? You know what I mean? The last time I was in the Middle East, it was on a ship in the Gulf. All right. So this is totally different. So I'm like, I want to go. And she said, okay. Unfortunately, we're going to miss Lazona Palooza because it's around the same time, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's the same weekend, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Yes. So we're going to miss that, unfortunately, but we're going to go there. I look forward to that. And I also want to give a shout out to Jimmy Bierster in our group. It took 5+ years, Abe, but we have a website now.
Oh,
JohnnySmolkesuncut.com.
Nice.
I drug my feet long enough and had somebody that said, John, you know how I know how to do that? I'm like, no, let's do it. Yeah. And I'm loving it. It's
congratulations.
Awesome. Check it out, everybody. And get us on Facebook, Johnny Smolkes Uncut, on Instagram, Johnny Smolkes Uncut, on YouTube, Johnny Smolkes. You can see all our videos. You can see them on the website. I love it.
Nice.
And Gary, I believe they'll actually be here in time for Sakowin. So perfect time to re-up if you want some more. All right. That all being said, it's time for sponsored by the fine folks over at Opera Cigars, our dear friends and supporters of KMA Talk Radio. It's time to find out whether you can name that jam.
Alrighty. For this week, we're going with this day in music history.
Oh, I hate this one.
September 6th.
This is just one you don't want to put a little more effort in.
1970.
Oh, God.
This artist made his final live appearance when he appeared at the Isle of Furman in Germany. The guitarist died 12 days later on the 18th of September, 1970, after choking on his own vomit.
Was that the Led Zeppelin Robert Jimmy Page?
No.
You're there.
Jimi Hendrix.
You're there.
Who is Ozzy's Black Sabbath? What did he say? Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm blacking out. Who's the Black Sabbath guitarist that died?
Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
No, not Randy Rhoads. He was Ozzy's like guitarist.
Yeah. Ozzy's guitarist. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving on to 1988. 1988. 2,000 items of this artist's personal memorabilia, including his boa feathers,
Elton
pinball
John.
wizard.
Yep. It's Elton John.
Isn't it? I
Yeah,
figured
Abe got it.
Who else is rocking boa feathers?
Yeah, I mean, I am. Fuck.
All right. Here's an interesting one.
Hold on. Finish your question. 2,000 of those items. What? I don't know.
Yeah. Including boa feathers, pinball wizard boots, and hundreds of pairs of spectacles were auctioned at Sotheby's in London.
Wow, that's a lot of items, bro.
It's a lot of items. I'm sure that was a hefty. I'm curious.
Right?
I'll do it after. I'll see how it. All right.
I'm curious if that was for charity or did he just make a shitload of money?
2001. This band announced that Viagra would sponsor their forthcoming 30th anniversary tour. Cooper knows
Eagles?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I remember this one.
Sponsored
Right.
by
I remember
Viagra.
this. Yep. I remember this.
Yeah, had to get up for the show. You know what I mean?
All right. 2016. This artist extended her U.S. chart record after she scored her 11th #1 album.
Katy Perry?
Star? No. Let me finish. I gave you some clues. The star had already notched up more chart toppers than any other female artist and extended her lead over Madonna, who had 8, and surpassed Elvis Presley, who had 10. The record would go on to be broken by Taylor Swift, so it's no
Barbara
longer the record.
Streisand.
And Cooper is correct.
Fuck
Barbara
Cooper. Where the
Streisand.
fuck did you get Barbara Streisand?
I'm surprised. I thought it would be the B2.
I said
No.
Beyonce. I was going to say Beyonce.
That's what I thought too.
I
That's
do
like-
remember this whole story when that was going on. Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Barbra
Taylor
Streisand.
Swift came in like a bat out of hell.
Yep.
She sold her soul to the devil.
Yeah, no shit.
My father drove Barbara Streisand, and my father had a very vulgar mouth. And I never forget he said when I was a kid, "Boy, she has a potty mouth." That's like the pot on the kettle black. He hated her. My father hated her.
That would be it for this episode of Name That Jam. Once again, brought to you by the fine folks over at Ava Cigars, eloquently making masterpieces with tobacco for decades. There we have it. Alex can never find out. There it is. Thank you, Alex. I was literally just looking for that. There we go. Oh my God. So Cooper, how long are you in town for?
Till this is my last day. Tomorrow I gotta go. Gotta go back, and I gotta go to Baltimore for the week coming up.
But you've been in town for a while now.
No, I can't.
No, he was in the DR.
I was in the DR all week.
I know, but he said he stopped by Monday. Oh,
I
then
stopped
you
by-
went to the DR.
So yeah, I think that was on the drive down. Yeah.
Yeah, I drove down. Stayed in Miami one night, and then I went to the DR. I got back Thursday night. So yeah, I know. I stopped by the store. It was closed. I was like, I was a little surprised, but I understood. It's Labor Day. I guess they closed down here.
So,
Holidays are when the competition and Vinny gets to eat.
that was hilarious. The competition and Vinny.
I
So
was like, oh man.
I'll tell you a little story about that. There's some things that you're just adamant about no matter what. None of our competition will open on holidays, or at least partial day or whatever. So I literally, no exaggeration, had a childhood where I did not have to work every single holiday. The only holiday we didn't work, because we're in the grocery business.
Sure.
Wait, well, you did have to work, or you didn't have
I did. I'd be up at 6:30 in the morning, going to the grocery store with my dad, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Easter, Thanksgiving,
Sure.
Christmas.
A little early, but definitely open in the morning.
We would be there open. They'd be waiting at the door at 7 in the morning. And we close like at 2, 3 o'clock.
Late afternoon. Right. Look at
That's it. It's mostly for people.
Yeah,
with last
holidays.
minute items.
Still, holidays, you're opening.
And I'm going to tell you something. The best attitude is always on those days because they don't give a shit. They are so grateful they found a place to go and open and get their stuff, especially Christmas Day. And I'll never forget, like, as young as I can remember, my dad, the first thing I do when I'd have to walk through the store on Christmas Day is take all the sale signs down. I just walk up in the aisle, sale, because nothing was on sale Christmas Day,
Right.
Sale signs down. But everybody who walked in was just so grateful. Some of them would bring us sweet potato pies or, whatnot. And it was a nice day to work, but I never had a holiday. The only holiday that my dad, and if he could have found some way to fucking make it happen, he probably would have. But they had a major tradition growing up, and unfortunately, it's really no longer a tradition. But all the men, one of my uncles had a big party, New Year's Eve party, dancing, drums, sing, and around after dinner, after everybody ate, about 10:30 at night, all the men would start playing poker. Okay, and it would still start at 10 o'clock at night. The women would still be dancing and doing shit, but the men would start playing poker, and they had different areas of the house. So the really older men, right, the guys who been in the country now for a long time, is making money, they had the big game. But then you had the younger generation who come over recently, and they're working for those guys. They had the smaller game up at the kitchen, and these poker games would go on for like 12 hours. They would go on till 10 in the morning. And, when you're a little kid, you always just go by and check and see how your dad's doing, because if your dad's doing good, you get 20 real quick. Here you go. And they were playing with cash money. There was no chips. They're throwing 10s and 5s and 20s on the table. As a kid, you're just seeing this big pot of cash on the table. But this was a tradition. And in Arabic, they call 7-card stud, which is what they played. They call it chicken. That's the name. But we watched this for years and years and years. And that's why New Year's Day was the only day we didn't open, but every other holiday I did. So literally when I came to Florida and I started my own business, I said, you know what? We're closing on holidays. And we closed 7 days a year, our regular stores. I didn't have bars until about 12 or 14 years ago, maybe 15 years ago now. I didn't have bars in the beginning of my career. So when we had bars, the bars got to open up New Year's Day because it's a big day. It's a football day. And actually
college bowl games. Right?
Yeah. So that's the only day, that holiday, we opened for the bar stores, but the other stores 7 days a year were closed. So that's why I stuck by it. I don't care. All my competition can open. I don't care. 7 days a year. I'm home with my kids. I'm having a holiday.
Yeah, but it's appreciated too. Just
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because listen, in reality, we could throw the most kick-ass New Year's Eve party in Palm Beach County every year, considering the way we throw it. But then they got to make people work. Then people have to work while we're all enjoying New Year's Eve. There's people that
and dragging our families for a New Year's Eve party at the shop. Right. Yeah,
And then you have all these employees working instead of being able. So it is nice to be able to enjoy the holidays with your family, which doesn't happen a lot in retail. Like I said, listen, especially Christmas Day, you find that store and they have batteries.
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of how I were closed on those days. So brings back a lot of memory.
The cards you were talking about, it's funny when you said that. Lena's family, the brothers were in from Saudi. They live in Saudi Arabia. They were here recently. And it's like every night, cards. John, you want to play cards? Like, no, I'm done with cards.
John, you got to understand, these guys, well, I mean, Saudi Arabia, I doubt it, but, my family was farmers, right? So, they grew up. Cards was how they passed time. There was no fucking radio.
That's what I'm going to say. We're dealing with a generation who was a baseball game on the radio playing cards. We weren't sitting there, five guys on our phones sitting there.
Yeah, these guys grew up in a third world country. There was no baseball games even. I don't think there was radios. They were farmers. Right. So they cards. God bless them. My mom's parents, my grandfather and grandmother on my mom's side. So the day I died, we'd spend hours on day playing gin, and it was their shtick. And my grandmother would always joke with us, your grandfather's a cheater. Look, he's got cards under his leg. Check him out. And it's really what they did until they died. Playing cards was a big thing for that era of family, man. My mom had 10, my mom's parents, my mom's has 9 siblings. My dad has 9 siblings, farming families, kids are labor. Mm-hmm. And that was the pastime, cards. But it
still is.
It's almost becoming lost on the new generation. Even the not so younger. I mean, listen, if you go back 10, 15 years ago, you walk in a cigar shop, somebody's in the corner playing gin. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a quick game. All right, new hand.
You want to know why?
Gambling.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because people aren't playing fucking poker by themselves on their goddamn phone.
People play on the right. They're not right. Correct. I can play gin on an app.
Right. That's what they do. Giving people less time to intermingle with each other. Nuts.
It's true. It is true.
This page must be active. I gotta turn it off.
Oh boy.
Yep. I gotta turn it off because he got the spelling right. And the only way he got the spelling right is if he knew the page. Anyways, Coop, how's the news this week?
A little light, but we have some news.
All right, well, let's check in with our friend William Cooper and find out this week what's the scoop with our dear friend Cooper. Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
All right.
All right.
Yep. We did talk Micallef Green. That was probably the big news of the week, but there are some other releases that are forthcoming. This one is the STG release of the week because it wouldn't be a news week, without it. But so they are re-releasing the Black Market Filthy.
The page is disabled.
I don't see it.
Yeah. How did he know it was with a K?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't before, but it's not there.
Yeah. Because when he put claim your con with a K, that's how we designed the page. I'm like, this page must have been left active because we have to, what people don't realize is we got to test stuff live sometimes. So we got to turn something on for a little bit, test it. Sometimes we'll forget, we'll leave it on. Believe it or not, sometimes, and Alex seen it happen, we turn it on to check something for like 2 minutes. Somebody finds it and we'll buy something off it or do something. It happens all the time.
When we do testing like audio and video to streaming on Facebook, people just love going on there and commenting during the test.
Of course,
though it's going to go away in like 2 minutes. We should just keep them up there for views, I say.
All right, Cooper. So we've got here Alec Bradley.
Alec Bradley, STG release of the week. It's the return of the.
Sorry,
what?
Go ahead. I was talking to Gary. I know how he figured it out.
Okay. Return of the Alec Bradley Black Market Filthy Hooligan. So they released this last year. It was an offshoot of the Filthy Hooligan. It's a barber pole, like the Filthy Hooligan, but no Candela. And this one is a Halloween theme release. Pretty much everything's the same as last year. It's a 6x50 Toro. It's a Habano broadleaf wrappers, Indonesian binder, Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. Pricing went up a little. It's $14.49. I think it's up like 40 cents. It went up. So this has already started to hit the stores. And if you want to have your Filthy Hooligan, you can get it this year.
So I hate to say this about my friends, but it's really not their company anymore. But has Alec Bradley just become now a Halloween and Shamrock and St. Patty's Day brand?
Well, I think their last two releases are pretty good.
What's the last two releases?
Well,
yeah.
Well, you got the Do Not Disturb.
The Chunk, but the Chunk Shade came out.
And the Chunk Shade and also the Kintsugi Wabi Sabi.
Yeah, which was the AJ release that they did.
I don't know how well they're moving, but usually my barometer, John, is how often I'll see it posted somewhere in groups.
Right.
And I ain't seeing pictures of those cigars put up by anybody. Yeah,
they're both delicious.
Well, listen to me. I've said it for a long time. The quality of the cigar has nothing to do with how it sells. Unfortunately, it's not a direct correlation all the time.
A
lot of great cigars sit on the shelf.
I think these releases have done well for them. I think they basically have gotten the St. Patrick's Day release now, Filthy Hooligan, and that used to be a pretty crowded thing. And now you could say now that they've kind of done a good job getting Halloween market.
But that's what I'm saying. Have they become now?
But Pete, I think, still there with Halloween. I don't think they've topped Pete yet with Halloween. But
no, I don't think anyone's going to touch Pete.
Yeah, no.
I was actually a little sad there wasn't like a Monster Mash this year.
He usually does it every other year. So I think so I would say maybe next year we'll see something with that is my guess.
But has Alec Bradley become a two pony trick show, a two-trick pony, I don't know.
It's it's interesting. I think they've had a better year this year. This has probably been the better year they've had under STG. I thought that Do Not Disturb was actually a pretty good cigar.
We bought it in. We have it.
Yeah, I think there was one of the better releases that I've seen since the STG takeover. That
we bought Do Not Disturb in. Haven't seen one person post a picture.
Well, this is the look. And I have a lot of friends that see too many limited releases, and then when you get these core lines in, they need some work to build them. But you have all these other limited releases that are coming out that I think distracted it, unfortunately.
Does anybody? Does anybody even look for what was the rare and what they called it?
Fine and rare.
Yeah,
fine and rare.
Does anybody even look for fine and rare? anymore. They used to be my hottest thing. Everybody would want them.
I know. And
remember when they first came out, they were highly sought after.
Yeah. For a few years too. It wasn't just in the beginning, Coop. It had
I know.
Fun. And then all of a sudden we started saying, how do we still have 6 boxes of these?
I gave one of those a cigar of the year. They're good. They were really good cigars. I think the last couple have fallen off a bit, but when Alec Bradley had, that was one of the great releases too.
See, for me, how I know how things fall off, because like when we get stuff like that, usually my buyer, my team will come in out. Hey, we just got these in. What do you want to do with them? How do you want to put them out? Because we know we're not going to have enough. But when they start coming in my office to ask me what they do, and it just goes out on the shelf, then that's how I know it's lost. Yeah. It's fuel. But we'll see.
I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's perception, which, hey, perception is reality, but I feel like Alec Bradley's kind of become the catalog brand, whereas Room 101 has managed to not become that perception. That's how I feel.
Well, I think on some level, on some level, they were the catalog brand before they sold. I think that's
true.
They got as much as
they got what they got.
They
got what they got.
Yeah. So who knows? I don't know. But look, I like the boys, but even the boys aren't as active, as they used to be. I think both boys are still there, but I don't hear from them. We don't see
Bradley, they're still there. I mean, Bradley actually was in the press release for Filthy Gulligan, so
yeah, we just had him on too. He was just on 2 weeks ago. So it was the month of August was the month of Forge / Alec Bradley.
Very
so
good.
we had him on.
What else you got, Cooper?
Listen, Gary, I know I pick him.
Duh.
But
do we want to get you and Gary a room to have a conversation?
Yes.
What else you got, Cooper?
All right. If you're an Oveja Negra fan, Black Horse Studio has a new release called the Tigersaurus.
It looks cool.
It's a this is so they have had this Tiger series out of the factory, which are these like multiple tricolor barber poles. This is an offshoot of that. And then, again, it's a tricolor barber pole, Pennsylvania, Connecticut broadleaf, and Candela wrappers. So it's going to come in that James Brown size, that 5.5 by 48, which is, I think, the James Brown size.
Okay.
Not a cheap cigar for Black Label. This is a $19 cigar. It's going to be, but. If you look at, I guess there's a lot of artisan work in this, but that is a little higher than I've seen most of the Black Work Studio stuff go for.
Especially for a 5x48.
Yeah, for 5x48. And those should start shipping in the next week or so. They're also going to be displaying this one at Inner Tobacco, I heard. So check that one out. That looks like a cool release, actually. I really want to get that one.
Smoke-In will be carrying them. It's one of those items where we can't order what we want. So, they're sending us an allocation. We'll have them. I don't know how long they'll last, but they will be coming Smoke-In.
Yeah, I mean, usually if the cigar does sell for James, they do find a way to get it into the rotation. That's what I've seen. So if it sells,
and that's one thing I'll say credit, because even with their limited editions, they're never pitching limited editions where it's some like strange tobacco and this is it and this is all we could make.
Right.
They leave themselves room. If it's popular, sometimes it kind of finds its way back in or finds its way into another release.
Yeah, that's what I've seen with him do. So and then
wasn't some of those event only in the beginning, weren't they? Like
the Tiger series, they were factory, and then they started bringing them up. You're right, they started bringing some of those up for events. They were hard to get those cigars.
Yes,
but they were they had a cult following though. That one too. Yeah.
Yes,
they definitely did. So I think this is a actually new blend, but it's using that barber pole, that tricolor wrapper concept.
What else you got, Cooper?
All right. Last story. I thought this was one of the more interesting and quiet stories of the week. Artista Cigars. It's a brand we've talked a lot about on this particular show. They have several releases that are coming out at Inner Tobacco, but I'm going to focus on one. They have something called the Mini Club. Okay. Now, this is a machine-made cigar they're making. It's a 27 by 4 mini. It's going to come in 3 wrappers: a Claro, a Rostico, which is actually Kentucky Fire Cured, and an Oscuro, which is Habano. I thought this was interesting that they are getting into the machine space here.
That's a very, very expensive thing to get into.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, I'll tell you right now, Drew Estate tried it a couple times and didn't work out well for them.
And they said they bought old vintage cigar machines, which are going to be expensive to maintain.
It's a very expensive thing to get into. So I'm sure they're hoping they sell a lot of these things. And look, Ram's a good guy. They make great products. I think I talked about it about a month ago. On KMA. Actually smoking
they're just a missing piece away, man.
They seem to have mastered this value price market.
You want to know what you want to know the piece they're missing away?
A person.
They're missing the Terrence Riley piece.
Yeah. They absolutely need someone on the ground here.
Because listen, we've said it on this show multiple times. Buffalo 10 should have been their Rocky Patel edge.
Oh gosh,
absolutely.
Nothing against Rocky, but first off,
no, but that's you know what I mean.
It's still a $5 cigar. Yeah. And I smoke it over an edge.
By the way, great price point they have on these. So 20 count box, $18 you're talking about. That's under $1.
Those are little cigarillos, though.
They're cigarillos, but I've seen cigarillos go for more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 16 will usually be a 10 count.
But that's what we're saying.
$16, $18
yeah.
usually a 10 count.
Yeah.
You're
right.
Like double the cigars.
Yeah.
Right.
So they seem like, and I think it was Alex or Abe, you said they're banking a lot on this too, because this is going to be, they've got to have a big hit with this if they've invested this much in a machine factory is what I'm saying.
Right.
They have to be banking on it, because it's not profitable to have someone else make you cigarillos, because your cigarillos are just going to be way too expensive to put another fucking line of
and what's the price point, Cooper?
$18 for 20.
For 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's a small cigarillo. It's like 27.
Still, it's under $1 a cigarillo.
Right.
So,
you pop three of those.
I didn't hear the size. Is it a standard cigarillo or is it like the minis?
It's a mini. It's 27 by 4.
Okay.
So it's a little smaller, but again, I could find a few other companies that are doing it for twice the price. So
Hey,
and they do good. They do good with this tobacco. They do good with their value tobacco prices. Yeah.
It's Santino. What's up, Santino?
Hey.
Coop, don't they got ashtrays also coming out? There's something with an ashtray.
Yeah, they have these a sampler set that has an AR ashtray.
Yeah.
And that's gonna have some of their premium cigars, and they got some samplers in there. So they have a bunch of stuff coming out. This was probably the new thing. With Hello.
What's up, Santino? He can't hear me.
He got big.
What's up, Santino? What's up, buddy? Fist bump. Come on, fist bump. There he goes.
All right, get out of it. Go play.
Oh yeah, that's Alex's kid.
That's a mini Alex. I was gonna say that.
That kid. See, we can talk shit about Alex right now. He can't hear us.
Look at that.
All right, that's what I got for this week.
I was just saying that's definitely your kid.
Yeah. See him get aggravated when I tell him to go play. Can you go play? Don't forget your treats. The dog's in here. That's why I made his way in. Anyway, sorry.
What else you got, Coop?
That's it for this week.
Light week.
Green came out. Oh, the other thing I'll just say, if you're looking for the La Flor Dominicana Suaves, we didn't get this one up yet, but they've shipped. So that was their big PCA release this year.
Suave.
Yeah.
Rico.
Suave.
Well, look who decided to fucking drop in and say hello.
Hey, here's that guy.
I didn't know you woke up this early, Henderson.
Wow.
My man Henderson Ventura from ADV Cigars. We need to get him on here.
But by the way, John, Raid has an exclusive from Henderson. It's the Queen's Pearl Lancero, which was outstanding. I had that.
Was it that white box?
I forget what color the box.
Picture of a white box.
Yeah. But that and I'm not a huge Lancero guy, but that Queen's Pearl Lancero was great.
Oh yeah, we had that. We had those in bundles, Abe. We had Queen's Pearls Lanceros.
They were originally done for Dubai. I know that. So
Yeah, how did we get them?
In bundles. We had them in bundles.
Yeah.
Henderson used to like us. Not
Henderson used to. Henderson, you see what he just said? Henderson used to like us. Actually,
yeah, we had Queens. I love those lanes.
Working on a couple things with Henderson. I love working with that guy.
yeah, great guy. Great stuff he's doing too.
Yes.
Yep. Really good stuff he's doing.
ADV.
Coop. That was a nice mega. Oh, look, some people talking.
Oh,
about
yeah,
you.
we reviewed the Mega Jet this week. It wasn't a couple. It was about, I'd say the fuel holds for about 4 or 5, but it's hard to tell with that lighter because it doesn't have a fuel gauge if you're overfilling it or not. So it's a little tricky. But I'm talking cigars that you're touching up and more frequently too. So it's not just lighting them. Yeah.
Aging for over a year.
Mm.
All right, a little lightweight.
I'm looking for my phone. For more information and always stay up in the news, please visit our friend's site at cigar-coop.com. All right. I don't even know what week we're on. I feel like I've been like.
I had to double check.
I think we're 7. We're on number 7.
Because we were supposed to do, and then we wound up missing. We just ran late. We're on 7.
Right.
We're on 7.
Let me see if I can find my notes. I can't remember. Here we go. Number. So okay. Okay. This is a good one for me.
I have a good one this week too.
All right. It's that time. What is this, season 13? I can't remember.
12.
Is it season 12? Season 12, Tail of the Tape. It's time. We're going to tell you our number 7 of our top 10. Is that right? Number 7? No, it's number
7.
No, I know 7.
Week 4. Week
7.
4.
You're the only one that does this. Number 7, pick 4.
They have to add up to 11.
It's our number 4 pick. That's what's throwing me off. It's our number 4 pick of the week. It's time to tell the tale
Number
of
7.
the day. So I know you keep saying number 7. All right, but I want you to understand my list is 1 through 10. So when you say number 7, I'm actually reading number 4, my number 4 pick.
You read backwards,
You don't-
though.
Yeah,
You count
read it.
down.
You don't put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No,
7, 8,
I did it
9,
1 through 10. So my number 1 is at the top of my list. My number 10 is at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
I understand, but if this is week 7, this is our number 4 of our top 10, right?
No, it's our 4th pick, but it's not our number 4 of our top 10. We're very semantics here.
We've only done 4 weeks into this.
Yeah.
Man, it's been one of those. We missed. I was out. You were out. We were
I
on
was
one
out.
show that ran super
So
long.
you're
We didn't
telling me
even
this
do
is
it.
literally our number 7th pick. It's our 4th week of doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus, I almost read the wrong person. Okay. Holy
Yes,
shit.
number 7. All right, no, not pick 4. You got to count 7 down. That's what we're saying.
Okay, now
Yeah,
I got
we're
it. I thought we were so far into this that this is the 7th.
No,
No,
this
this
is
is
the
week-
4th pick.
The
Number
4th
7.
pick. They add up to, yeah.
It's a good thing I clarified.
All right, I'll kick it off.
Well, before you kick it off, let Johnny throw his.
Oh yeah, let's let Johnny throw it.
Throw his 2 cents in. Johnny, our theme this season is TV songs, like theme shows for songs for TV shows. What's one of the most memorable or favorite intro songs that you can think up off the top of your head?
Probably MASH. Yeah, I mean the MASH theme song is probably one, and one I really liked was Mad Men. I mean that was for me. That was another one. So probably I'd have to say the one that when you said that jumps out. MASH came right to my head.
Everybody knows MASH.
Sure, of course, of course.
All right, Alex.
All right. So, in my pick this week, I think I realized that one, I probably put this pick a little too low, and the reason is I didn't account for whatever the word I'm looking for is. I don't know, but I didn't account for. I should have used another criteria piece, and that criteria piece that I missed was hummability.
Hummability.
And my pick this week is probably top 3 hummability with Sanford and Son.
All right, Sanford. Yeah, that was my 10. Yep.
And they've been there already. But if I had weighed hummability of intro songs, Sanford and Son would have probably been a little higher. So Sanford and Son.
Great pick.
Nice.
All right, so mine. This is probably one of the few where I think the closing theme was stronger than the opening. I don't really remember if this show even had an opening theme, but it became not only it became famous because of the chase scenes that you would see, but the song was very much a hummability song too, and that is the Benny Hill Show closing theme.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. It was Yakety Sax.
Yakety Sax. Yakety. Some of those chase scenes got better and better as the show went on. They just found ways to make those chase scenes better. But yeah, I don't know many shows where the theme song at the end was more popular. But
very true.
That's one of the few. I'm sure there's others I'm missing.
It's a shame that generations won't have a Benny Hill.
They don't get my older kids appreciate Benny Hill.
As young kids, it was like our first sex fucking show, about
the Hills Angels,
right?
Yeah,
but hilarious too, and it's such
the old dude. He pat on the head.
Little Jackie Wright, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Benny Hill was a treasure.
He was. I remember it was we used to get on a syndication. They'd be on at 11 o'clock at night on the weekends. And we'd stay up and want to watch it.
Yeah. So my pick now, John, we talked about this before, but it's been so long, I'm going to reiterate. So this was for me the hardest Tale of Tape season. The more and more I dealt in it, it was really easy for you because you just went off the top of your head. But the more and more you look and think, whatever, you realize the abyss of amazing TV shows. So I had to set some criteria, just kind of wean them down. I said it couldn't be strictly an instrumental. So that took out Miami Vice, Game of Thrones, MASH. It took a lot out, really. Rockford Files, which would have been on my list. So that took a lot out.
Sanford and Son, definitely.
Took Sanford and Son out. And honestly, even after taking that out, I look at my list and I still look at shit like, how did I not put this on my list? But I can't even go down that rabbit hole to even try to make adjustments at this point. So, this is my list. I'm sticking by somebody mentioned Dukes of Hazzard. That was my pick last week. My pick this week, and it might be low for some of you guys, but it's where it falls for me personally, is All in the Family. Archie Bunker and
they ruined it when they pulled the laugh track of Edith out though. That was my only issue with that one. They pulled
Those were the days.
Right. I mean, everybody knows the song even when they don't know the words, right?
Yes.
How many people don't really know the words and they start making up words? Right?
Use a pen like Herbert Hoover again.
Yeah.
So right, listen. I'm gonna just say it. Now I fucked up, man. It's not on my list.
It wasn't on mine. It fell short because they pulled out the laugh track on Edith. That's why.
I'm going to be honest with you. I keep saying that every week because one of you guys will mention. Do you have the final leaderboard?
Yeah,
for the current leaderboard. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys let's see here. Yeah.
I think, like you said, Beverly Hillbillies was
one. Beverly Hillbillies didn't even think about it. Didn't enter my radar.
Yeah, I missed
classic
All in the Family,
one.
Man. Completely missed All in the Family.
Benny Hill Show wasn't on my radar, but yeah, Beverly Hillbillies just completely didn't make my radar. Definitely, it would have been definitely in the running, but it's just this really was a hard Tale of the Tape. It really was.
But, very hard.
Yeah, All in the Family definitely. Like I said, everybody fucking knows it. And the funny part is, it was so bad, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so bad, it was so good. So
we almost had it made.
Wasn't he holding a cigar when he was singing it? I think
and then they took the cigar away from him in the later years.
I thought so.
Coop holds grudges.
Listen, they watered down that theme song.
They took the cigar away.
Bastards.
There's an episode with someone I don't remember the episode. Was when the Swingers came. Edith accidentally met Swingers, and I think there's an episode where Archie gets a box of Hoya de Nicaraguas on that show from them. I'm pretty sure it was some of the old Hoya de Nicaraguas. It was.
Classic. Well, that concludes week number 4. Tale of Tape. Tune in next week and find out who our number 6 pick is going to be. Do we have anything for...
Nah, Pedro doesn't love us. We need some Pedro back.
I sent Ernie a thing. So we don't have a
No,
segment?
No, we have no. We have no.
All right,
We got
Johnny.
no.
We got a few minutes.
Yes.
Throw out a would you rather.
Oh God.
Yeah, you got time. Put Johnny,
All right.
Johnny on the spot. It's called Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on
Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot. I don't know. You're when you say this, my brain automatically goes to food.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
good enough
it's
question.
like the one big argument we always have is, hot dogs. Hot dogs starts such an argument. It's unbelievable. So, you could say, would you rather have a hot dog with mustard or have a hot dog with ketchup?
Fucking
not both.
sacrilegious.
It is it's very sacrilegious. I say this all the time, and it's like it's
Everybody
hot
in
dog.
Chicago is looking
There's
you
an-
up, trying to find your address.
Chicago and their salad dogs.
Fuck you.
There's
I went to Arbiter's yesterday. Actually, down there.
There's an age. There's an age limit. There's an age limit.
Where you can get away with ketchup. All right, I'll give
Well,
you
it's
that.
like 10. It's like 10.
But
Like
if you're
after
raising
10,
the kid right, you teach them young.
yeah. The age limit is like 10.
Yeah.
Like after 10, there's no reason to be putting hot dogs on ketchup. Johnny's a hot dog on ketchup on hot dog guy. Isn't he?
No,
Or mustard
never,
on your hot
ever.
dog.
It's like even the argument is a hot dog a sandwich, and I said, "Fuck no, it's not a sandwich. It is not a sandwich."
I don't know, man. A Chicago dog is a sandwich, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into sandwich theory, but as the authority on hot dogs, I will tell you this. For some reason, and I'll just tell you whether it's the flavor wise, whether it's the saltiness, the saline of a hot dog, mustard is almost a condiment that was meant specifically.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah. So
It was.
Like,
my
that-
takes. Yeah,
Go ahead, Chris.
I don't want ketchup on a hot dog personally. It's not my. I don't even want ketchup on a hamburger. If someone wants ketchup on a hot dog, let them. I don't have a problem with it. I think people make a big deal about it, but I agree with the concept of mustard is meant for hot dog, and for some reason, the yellow mustard on those Chicago dogs is like it fits like a glove. Is all I could say. I don't think the yellow mustard works on like a New York style hot dog. It has to be brown mustard.
Right, and I don't think brown mustard works on a Chicago dog. That yellow
It doesn't.
mustard does hit on a Chicago dog.
I'm not a hot dog eater. Like, I don't even think we fed our kids hot dogs unless it was a hurricane or there was desperation in the house. But I'm going to tell you this. When we go to Chicago, which I was just there this last weekend, no matter what, on the first night, and sometimes when it's just me and my wife, we stay at my parents' house, right? And, you know, immigrant fucking parents. My mom's trying to feed us 24/7. We're in the house. So, we're trying to duck and dive and, miss food because it's funny how my parents haven't caught on to this yet, but always like around 11:30 at night, oh, we need to get something from Walgreens. We forgot to pack. And they're always like, well, what is it? We have it here. No. And we will drive 12 minutes to go to Superdog because my wife has to have a Superdog like the first day we get to Chicago. It's a very famous place. It was on a national Chevy commercial. It's got the big hot dog on the 20-foot hot dog on the ceiling with the female hot dog girlfriend next to him. And it's a literal drive-through. You drive up to the fucking 1960 machine. You hit the button. You total order. They bring it out to your car window. And let me tell you something. I can't eat. I've been to New York. Can't eat a New York hot dog for nothing. It just doesn't do nothing. No.
What? Depends where you
Even
go.
with a kraut, it's just sauerkraut on a dog. But when you eat a Chicago style hot dog,
It's probably the sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. Mustard and onions, brother. Mustard.
No,
and
if you get the right sauerkraut, it's incredible. But you can get the wrong sauerkraut easy.
But you got the celery salt, the poppy seed bun, you got the sport peppers to give it a little zing. I mean, it's listen, salad or not, there ain't no salad that's that good.
You need to. Well, you're not in Boca a lot, man. I'm telling you, Hot Dogopolis, dude. Hot Dogopolis in Boca.
A Chicago style hot dog is experienced.
That's Hot Dogopolis. I'm telling you, man. You got to go, Abe.
I will next time I'm Boca. I think I've been there.
Plus he's got the cool game sausages too. You get a Chicago dog and a venison, and quail, and wine sausage.
Oh wow!
Jesus.
So on this last trip, I exposed my wife to something new. So I've created a monster now. I don't know if you know what this is, Coop, but you know a lot of food. I exposed her to a Maxwell Street Polish.
Yeah. I was actually telling Raphael about that.
It's literally called the Maxwell Street Polish. So it was made famous because there's a market that used to open up like around 2 in the morning or whatever, 3. It's on Maxwell Street.
Yeah.
Everybody go down there, and all these vendors would be making these Polish sausages that come in a bun, and all it has on it is grilled onions, and it's got the yellow mustard.
It has to have the yellow mustard. Yeah.
That's it. It's such a simple fucking thing, but they're so fucking good.
Good. Yeah.
And my wife, I got my wife her first one, so now she's like, I'm gonna try and make this at home. I hope you do. I hope you figure it out because they're fucking amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing. I know Raphael. He was in Chicago last week, and I was trying to get him also to do Italian beef and Maxwell Polish, but he did do Chicago pizza. So
I went to Al's beef. So I didn't care. Al's beef is
but Al's is better than what I'm gonna get where I am, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I agree with you. There's better places, but yeah.
Yeah, I went to Al's. It's a very famous place in Chicago. I thought I'd just take my wife there because she'd never been there. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best beef I ever had. We did Portillo's, which is typically good, but we did it in downtown Chicago at like 2 in the morning because it's open 24 hours, and you could just tell it was a 2 in the morning fucking crew, bro. They weren't doing shit.
Well, you can get the sausage and the Italian
beef. They didn't
beef.
even fucking put the giardiniera on it, bro.
Oh, that's
I asked for it dipped completely. It came with sauce poured on it. If it ain't dipped, it's not the same sandwich.
No, it's not. You gotta go dipped. Dipped is the way to go.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
that being said, Johnny, any final words?
Yeah, one last thing. For Johnny Smolkes Uncut on October 18th at New Tobacco Village, we have our 2nd annual Smoketoberfest, sponsored by Altadis and Aging Room. So anybody's invited. Just come on. It starts at 3, and it was so successful. I want to make this the JSU benchmark, Smoketoberfest. There we go.
I like it. Anything else? Alex, do you want to say something, or are you just pointing?
Nah, I was just pointing.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on another Saturday morning. Best way to start your day.
Absolutely.
We hope we entertained you. You had a little fun. We hope to catch you back here next Saturday. Until then, everybody, keep it lit.